Here's a quote that says it all. I was one of those who would back up my project work and lost it accidentally. I'm sure most of you have been in that boat. Leading Software Maniacs is pleased to announce the death of traditional backup software with the new innovative software product called Spresso. Spresso is designed to make digital projects much easier to manage. My name is Ken Whitaker of Leading Software Maniacs. In just 5 or so minutes, you'll learn how to protect your assets one version at a time. I'd like to share with you 4 key benefits of Spresso software. The first, be able to complete backup of your project's digital assets. Saving project's data is simple, and recovery is even simpler. All you do is identify each backup with a version description. A version number is generated for you. A version can be packaged for others to review and modify. Spresso makes collaboration easy. Best of all, you'll be up and running in under 15 minutes. Spresso is extremely intuitive, especially for occasional use. So who needs versioning anyways? If you're a professional photographer, you need to organize digital photographs to be reviewed with customers, Spresso will work. If you're a graphics artist, you'll most likely be working with a bunch of drawings, scans, sketches, and documents, and as your work progresses, you'll want to take snapshots. And what about a project manager who needs to track spreadsheets, reports, graphs? Website designers, where the website is always being updated and you want to keep a history. Book and ebook authors need to manage and save all sorts of information, including documents and graphics and multimedia. So what are current options available for backup solutions? To save revisions of your project work, you can always use the backup software that comes with your systems. For example, Time Machine, available on Macs, backs up file changes in the background throughout the day. Windows has a similar backup and restore capability. There's a problem though. How in the world do you remember the day or time that specific changes took place? Well, you can't. Of course, you can always manually create backup folders and keep track of when project file changes by jotting down notes, but it's simply tough to consistently perform this. You can also acquire backup software tools available for both Windows and Mac. These alternatives offer very sophisticated backup features, but all in all, they still perform time-based backups. These apps tend to have lots of options and can be confusing to use, and there's still no concept of versioning. So that's no good either. There are source code versioning tools. These have been around for some time, and they are superb, especially for programmers when you're trying to track milestones and updates of your software. These tools are geared to check-ins, which is similar to versioning. There are a few issues though. For those apps that are not open source or freely available, they can be rather expensive. They're geared towards programmers since the assets being versioned are text-based source code, so that's not really going to work for other types of documents like spreadsheets, graphics, and other media. Finally, these tools can be quite complicated to use and administrate. Mastering concepts like change logs, trunks, branches, merges, check-ins can be a daunting challenge for non-programmers, and even for those technical users who just want something easy to use. Nope, that's not going to work. So how does Spresso versioning work? Say you're a website designer and you have a folder hierarchy with documents and graphics, and you're going to be releasing the updates to the website as versions 1, 2, and 3. You want to make a version backup each time you post a major update to the web. Now that's where Spresso's version magic comes in. So let's start versioning. To start out with, you need to identify your project by dragging your project's root folder to Spresso's Setup button. You'll identify your project with a name. That is all Spresso needs to get started. We'll call our project My Customer's Website Project. Once you've created your basic website, it's time to take a version backup. Click the Save button in Spresso and enter a version description. We'll name it Baseline. And all the assets are quickly gathered and saved into a single version backup file as version 1.0. Of course, you can make as many versions as you want. With the latest website work, you've made lots of changes, but your customer prefers the previous version. Select the previous version backup, and Spresso will restore everything just like it was before. Couldn't be much simpler. And of course, you can perform a number of administration tasks that will help you manage your projects and its version backups. For example, you can save disk space by deleting unnecessary version backups. You can also produce a simple report that summarizes a history of versions saved by Spresso. And of course, you can package up a version backup to give to another Spresso user so that they can review it. So how do I try out Spresso? There are 3 Spresso product configurations. Decaf is a free version that limits the size and number of projects as well as the number of version backups for each project. You'll be able to save your project data to your PC or Mac internal disks. Decaf is the easiest way to test drive Spresso because there's no time limit and you can use it as long as you want. Americano is our most popular professional version. Spresso Americano can save large files to your desktop or removable media. And finally, Spresso Cappuccino includes everything that Americano does, letting you save your project to leading cloud backup services. Spresso provides complete backup of all your project data. Each version backup is identified by a version number and description, and you can use Spresso version backups as a means to collaborate with others. Best of all, no subscriptions are required. All plan features and maintenance updates are free forever. And with our just enough end-user licensing, you never have to worry about hitting an arbitrary machine limit no matter how many systems you own on either Windows or OS X. On behalf of leading software maniacs, we'd appreciate you helping us reach and even surpass our funding goals. Whoa! We're excited about delivering Spresso to you, and we hope that you're excited about getting it. Thank you for watching this brief introduction to Spresso.